Hey guys, I hope everyone is doing well out there in the YouTube world. I'm doing well myself, but there is something that has come up in my newsfeed on my Facebook, and it's appalling. It's absolutely appalling. So, what I want to address is this. I don't know, I can't remember exactly how long ago it was, or what date, or when it happened, but we have in our little town of Batemans Bay a cinema. And this cinema and every other cinema across the nation has rules and regulations and has to abide by an OHS, Occupational Health and Safety Guideline. And if they don't abide by these rules, they could get fined. And fines are something you don't want. So, I have a picture here of the Bay Cinemas. It's called Bay City Cinemas, and they are currently closed due to an incident that happened a couple of days, weeks ago. I'm not too sure exactly when it happened. I wasn't there. I haven't checked the date or whatever, but I will be reading out the article, and I'll be showing you the article in this same screen. This is a plea, and this is, I want to help the Bay Cinemas reopen. I want people to get behind me, because the Bay Cinemas is the only place we have to watch a movie, unless we have to go to Ulladulla, and that's 45 minutes away. We don't want to go to Ulladulla 45 minutes away just to see a movie. We want to walk into town and see a movie. We can't walk to Ulladulla. And it annoys the shit out of me that people in Batemans Bay are arguing the point of their rules and regulations. Alright, so let's get to this. So, this was on Channel 7, and this was on a lot of other news programs around the world and around Australia. Why? Alright, so it says the title of this social media was "Social Media Storm Over Little Girl's Backpack Forces Bay City Cinema at Batemans Bay to Close." Now, this little girl, Addison, look, I'm going to say her full name because it's all over the news now, you know. She's worldwide famous now. Addison Wilson Mitchell has cancer, and I'm compassionate, and I feel sorry that she couldn't, well, that her parents decided not to take the option of what the cinemas had provided for their little sick girl, and they got all upset and butthurt. Butthurt, yes, you got butthurt. Anyway, so, let's see. So it says here, a New South Wales cinema says a flood of abuse and threats from social media have forced it to close its doors after it refused to let a 3-year-old cancer patient bring a backpack full of medication to a movie. The Bay City Cinema in Batemans Bay was caught up in a social media storm after staff said the 3-year-old's backpack violated its safety policies. A photo of a crestfallen Addison Wilson Mitchell quickly went viral after a family member shared their account of the incident on Friday. Actually, it doesn't have a date which Friday it was. Could have been just last Friday or whatever. Oh, wrong mouse. It says then, my 4-year-old... What? Yeah, I just saw a spelling mistake from Channel 7 News. It says my 4-year nice sick. That doesn't even make sense, guys. So I think it's supposed to say my 4-year-old niece sick, has cancer, and wanted to celebrate her freedom by sick, going to the movies with her family. Stacey Jeffrey wrote on Facebook. Okay, so that's what she wrote. Okay, which doesn't make any bloody sense at all. So now we have a very upset 3-year-old child who all she wanted to do with her first days of freedom after 3 months in isolation was to go to the movies, and we can't because the managers are insensitive a-holes. Oh no. Oh wow. Yeah, okay. Alright. So Miss Jeffrey encouraged readers to boycott the cinema but appealed to people not to become aggressive. I don't want people making threats or abusing staff and managers sick at I don't know what this SIC is at the cinemas. Simply let your dollars do the talking. Yahoo 7 has contacted Bay City Cinemas for comment. Alright. Due to threats against our business and staff members, we can no longer guarantee the safety of our patrons and staff, so sadly we will be closed until further notice. A handwritten signpost in front of the cinema read. It was dated July 16th. Brisbane Army Barracks. Don't care about that. The cinema has not responded to questions about the nature of the threats. Cinema manager Glenda Churchill said staff were not told of Addison's health condition until after her tickets had been refunded. This could have been avoided if they had contacted us beforehand and let us know about the situation, she told the Bay Post. Yes, I do feel bad for the sick little girl, as I do too. The cinema has been flooded with poor reviews on Google, with many recent posters venting their feelings on Addison's backpack fiasco. Do not visit this establishment. They would not allow a 3-year-old girl's bag of cancer meds and vomit bags into the theatre because they were in a backpack, and now refuse to apologise. Disgusting. The poor little tacker left in tears, Emily Henwood wrote in one review. the other review is by Tommy Jerkovic, exactly. Scum turning away a 63-year-old girl, not true. You better put something to bring your business back to life. From what I can see, legal action coming your way on the grounds of sheer discrimination. A user called Tommy Jerkovic wrote on Facebook. It was a similar story with a flood of 1-star reviews and comments slamming the cinema's management. You probably shouldn't be in a customer service industry. Maybe you should sell up and move on to something you're better suited to, like say running an asylum detention center where being mean and cruel is seen as an asset, Peter Hess wrote. Okay. And it is not the first time parents of children with specific needs in the Bay City cinema have clashed. In June, the Bay Post reported an almost identical fiasco with a 7-year-old with type 1 diabetes. Obviously, we have upset Miss Miljanovic and her family. Another Russian, Jesus. Which could have been avoided had she called ahead and explained her daughter's circumstances. Miss Churchill told the Batemans Bay Post after that incident, unfortunately, no cinema aisle is designed to accommodate large backpacks or bags. Should large bags be placed in the aisle, there is no walkway for a person to exit the aisle, and large straps can trip people over. We have a secure cloaking system for backpacks. Now, this was a massive uproar on Facebook. I have so many friends supporting the Bay Cinemas. For their rights, regulations, rules, and so forth. So this is what happened. From what I have read of other people's comments, I won't actually go into them. But what I heard was the Bay Cinemas said you can take the contents of the bag into the cinema. You just can't take the bag. And they didn't take that option. So it was not Bay Cinema's fault. They gave them an option to take, but they didn't take it. They got upset and went, I hope this little girl gets very well very soon. Cancer is not a cool thing to have. Now, there was this, on another note, there was this hashtag Addison thingy that I did about a week prior to this incident. It was to show my support in this little girl's venture through hell, with going through chemotherapy. So yeah, I don't believe in God, but I bless their family in good health and a really good outcome for their daughter, 3-year-old daughter Addison. I actually, there was a part of the comments, because I got into the comments on Facebook without my friend Matt O'Brien, who wants to save the Bay Cinemas. And there's these other people who were like, oh, it's, you know, they were the opposite of save the Bay City Cinemas. There's this one girl, I'm not saying her name or anything like that, but she called me and Matt heartless pricks. Like, seriously, she said, you have no heart. We do. And if she had read previous comments that I posted, I did say I feel very sorry for this girl, and that it was her parents' fault, pretty much, because they didn't research what they can and can't do at a cinema, because it is actually written in a disclaimer on every cinema webpage, the rules and regulations. But as I'm going to show you right now is this, and it sucks, but I went to go and type in the website for Bay City Cinemas, and I got this. It's closed down. This, I don't know what has happened, but baycitycinemas.com.au is now shut down. And that is terrible. And I think, you know, what, did you guys shut it down? Did hackers shut it down? Did something else happen? You know, what's going on, guys? You know, you need to fight for your business. And we're going to fight for it as well. Look, I do understand death threats are bad, but I'm not scared of death threats. I'm not scared of death. What I'm scared of is not being able to see a movie when I want to see a movie. So, without illegally pirating it from the internet. When I want to see that, I want to feel the bass, I want to, you know, yeah, surround sound and shit. And a massive, big fucking picture in front of me. So, please hashtag save the Bay City Cinemas. Hashtag save the Bay City Cinemas. Please, everywhere, please, if you agree with rules, regulations, OH&S, yeah, so I'm just gonna end it here. Get well soon, Addison, get well. If you are a religious family, I hope God puts his hand down on your daughter and heals her. And stop all this. I think what the family needs to do, the family needs to stand up and say, maybe we were in the wrong. Maybe, you know, we shouldn't have a small a small local business of, I mean, it's a cinema, but a local small business suffer because of a misunderstanding. Stand forward, family, and please put this behind us and move on. No more death threats, no more threats, no more abuse. Let's just move on and go forward, please. Let's reopen the Bay City cinemas. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll subscribe back to you. Take it easy, turn that easy into a sleazy. I'll catch you on the flip side, and I'll smell you later.